Good morning. It is Saturday morning, and I woke up this morning and I started filming. I took a moment to kind of talk about my trip to San Diego, my upcoming trip to San Diego, and I pulled out a couple of dresses. I asked for your opinion. I wanted to take a quick shower and come back and talk to you about some tips and tools in regards to working out in the gym, and I have some things that I wanted to talk to you about as far as cosmetics and things like that. Not cosmetics, but skincare, because I'm a huge proponent of skincare. And when I got here, I filmed for 45 minutes and my microphone was off. So I talked 46 minutes, no sound. So there's that. So real quick, let me show you what I filmed with no sound. I could potentially use that same footage, but I think I would rather just show you. Again, I am a talker, so there's that. What I wanted to talk with you about was, or show you rather, was I had tried on two dresses yesterday, and I filmed that to, because in my head, I'm like, these are the two dresses that I'm going to wear to San Diego. And I put them on and saw myself in the video and thought, there is no way I look like a grown woman in these dresses. One, it was cute. Like if I were at a beach somewhere, that would be okay. The white dress, it was okay. It's not the look that I'm going for. And then the little short dress with the flowers on it, cute, 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 has pockets. It's adorable. But like, I don't know that that is a mature enough look for me. That's not the look where I'm going for. So what, I'm going to a graduation. It's outdoors. It's casual. But I do want to wear a dress. I want pockets, and I definitely want something that's going to keep me cool in the July California sun. I do have this dress, which was what I was trying to show you earlier, and you know, the no sound thing. And this dress is kind of like I think it's a spring summer dress, spring sundress, and it's a midi length. It has pockets, which is adorable. The two things that I don't like about it are the things that most people do like. I don't like how thin the little straps are over the shoulder. I just don't feel confident with that, lest we be reminded that I'm approaching 60. So I just don't feel like this says elegant woman in her late 50s. I feel like this says I'm 35, 40 years old and I'm hot and sexy. So neither of those am I. So, and I don't like the smocking. The smocking is great to like hold the shape. It's amazing. But the problem is, post-menopause, your body says, I don't like that tight, itchy stuff on my body. That's just what happens. And if you relate to that in any capacity, no matter what your age is, you'll understand. So to me, I feel like it's a little hotter to have tight things up against my skin. And for some reason, this feels itchy and tight, and just my body says, no, 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 Tammy, no. But it's so adorable. I mean, the little bow is kind of juvenile, but I do like the little ruching across the front. It's so cute. But what I thought I would do to get rid of this problem was I have this little waistcoat, the white waistcoat. It's a linen and cotton vest that has cute little casual buttons, little brown, forgot what that's called, but very casual. But I have the same matching wide leg pants with pockets that goes with this vest that I'm definitely taking with me on this trip, because I love that look. I love how it feels. I use my seashell necklace with it because that's my vibe. That is my vibe. Whether it's on trend, that is my vibe. I am an island girl at heart. But I put this on thinking, okay, I will wear it like this. So I have two major fears in regards to that. One is that smocking might be a little hot to me. But then after I'm in the hot, it might be 80, it might be 90 degrees, I don't know. But putting this on over, and it's lined over the dress, Am I going to be completely smoldering hot? I don't know. I don't know. So if I cannot find anything today, this is the route that I'm going to go. It's not horrible. I just kind of prefer to look around and see if I can't find something a little more elegant, a little more mature, just something a little more fitting. Fitting for the, the occasion and for the weather, and something that I will potentially want to wear over and over again. So something maybe like a linen cotton wrap dress with no sleeves or short sleeves. I don't know. We'll just see. Pockets are non-negotiable. It better be fascinating if it's not, if it doesn't have pockets. But I want to show you this. This was a midi red dress, and I cut, so this was I found it. So this was the top part of the dress. This was the top part of the dress, and it was attached, super adorable, and it was attached, and I just cut it off right below the elastic on the top. And this, because of this very thin smocking, very lightweight smocking, it feels like it's more comfortable. And I kept the top because I love this bottom. This is what I want to wear on a regular. I think this would make a great bathing suit, swimsuit. But I pulled that out to show you that I potentially could couple this with a white racer back t-shirt, or right now the trending tops are the ones that fall just off of one shoulder. That's super cute. I just don't know if I could pull that look off at my age, but potentially that gives me something that would be light and easy to roll up and travel with me. But I didn't get rid of the top because I thought, how adorable would this be to add a little lace, a little red lace right at the bottom of the top, or a wide banded tie that could be tied on the side or the front or the back. That might look cute. But I did think that this will become a set. This dress that I turned into a set would be adorable over a bathing suit. Adorable. I don't know. Maybe that's a stupid idea, but either way, now I have a red skirt. So now that you can actually hear me talking, and hopefully you can hear me talking. Hopefully I'm not recording this for another 45 minutes with no sound. But the thing that I wanted to share with you, there are two things. When I definitely, skincare is at the forefront of what I truly do every single day. It's built into my routine. It has been since I was 12, 13, 14, 15 years old. When I first started to experience a little acne on my face, my teenage years, I was like, just, oh my gosh, what it does to your psyche to go through something like that. But that was something that I did every single day, was wash my face with a good cleanser, skincare. It was skincare all the way. And even to this day, I love cosmetics. I love beauty products. I do. I have some really nice things. Mine are more minimal. I'd rather spend a little bit more money and get exactly what I'm looking for than to have a whole collection of many, which it's been a long journey to get me here, because I used to carry one of those, the little fishing containers where you put all the little fishing hooks and stuff. They're huge. I used to buy one of those, and I put my makeup in that. That's what I carried my makeup. I mean, I had a lot of makeup, but I didn't have a lot of good quality makeup. It was just very inexpensive items, and it got me through what I wanted to get through. And now young ladies today really understand the concept of good quality beauty care products, and I can appreciate that. I think that's amazing when young ladies can go out and buy a really nice lipstick, or a nice blusher or foundation, all of those type of items. I just love seeing young women do that, and I'm just so proud that we are at that place where women really love to, not just love to put makeup on and be beautiful, but really put an emphasis on what they're putting on their skin. So I can appreciate that. However, I don't wear a lot of makeup. I've went through my actual everyday routine as far as my makeup goes. I will link that video to the back of this video so that you can watch if you would like. It's another long discussion of skincare. But I say all that to say skincare is very much important to me. And although I love my cosmetics, my few lipsticks, my few shades, very minimal, I do not skimp on my skincare whatsoever. It is the most important thing that we can do for our beauty, in our beauty habits and our beauty routines, is skincare. Put that first. If you're going to budget for beauty products, make sure that you have given yourself a beautiful little budget for your skincare routine. It doesn't have to be a lot, and it doesn't have to be many different items, but it definitely needs to be the product that works best for you and your skin. So what I was talking about earlier and did not get it on sound was in my shower, when I shower in the mornings and wash my face, I used to use this, I still do use Clarins. This is a product that I received in my little Christmas gift to myself of all their products, Clarins products. And I really like this. Although they don't use fragrance or perfumes, it does have a beautiful scent. It smells a little like, kind of like a, maybe not honeysuckle, but it is very floral in scent. But they don't use perfumes. And so it's really good for like sensitive skin. But I don't have a whole lot left in this little one ounce tube because I'm almost out. I'm not going to use any more because I want to travel with this to San Diego this July. So I stopped using this just for that reason. And I wanted to show you what I have been using. I stopped using that maybe a couple of months ago. But I wanted to share with you a product that I purchased because of some sensitivity with my skin. As I age, my skin is changing, and this is dermatologist recommended, but it is CeraVe. They have different types for different types of skin. I bought this, put this in the shower. I use this on my face, but I can use this on my body as a full body wash, but it's very gentle. I don't have a link or anything like that for any of these products, by the way. This is not a promotional of any kind. I'm not partnering with anybody. I don't have any links to Amazon, anything like that. I'm not doing that right now. These are just products these are products that I use. And that being said, I just want to throw out that I would never, even with Amazon links, with partnerships, I will never and commit to never promoting anything that I myself do not believe in or use or have tried, or that's just never going to happen. I just think that's not a part of who I am. So I just wanted to throw that little advertisement out there. That said, I have been using a product every morning, every night. It is it's a glow serum that potentially I will be not partnering with, but promoting as my own product really soon. It's still in the tester stage because I'm using this every morning, every night. I'm still running some research on this to make sure that this is safe, it's going to be effective, it's going to be affordable. I want it to be clean. I want it to be safe for anyone that uses it. So right now, it is genuinely just in the tester stage for me. But it's this little serum. It's a facial wash, and what I've noticed about this is that during the colder temperatures, actually I've been using this now for about 4 or 5 months actually. So when it was colder, I noticed that my skin got a little drier. So using this, I needed to wear moisturizer. during the warmer temperatures when my skin is less dry, I've noticed this works perfectly. That being said, I feel like this product, this serum, would be much better for someone who either it's used during the summer, if you have drier skin, or you are acne prone skin would be a perfect fit for this, or someone who has oil, deals with more oilier skin. That said, this is not the only product that I'm looking at. I'm looking at products for different skin types. So for younger skin, for aging skin, I'm looking at some moisturizers as well. Also some hair care products for shampoo and conditioners. I'm testing those things out. I'm doing my research to see if that's something that I do want to attach my name to and to promote and sell that product. But more to come on that. I'll let you know. I shall let you know. The other thing I wanted to show you, especially if you're prone to, if you have sensitive skin and you're prone to dry skin, breakouts, rashes, something that I just purchased for myself that it's a body bar, it's a soap for all over, and I put it in a little sleeve. It some of them does not, there's no smell to some, but some do because of the essential oils. This one has eucalyptus essential oil, but it's a bar. It's safe for all over your body, your face. Like I said, this one has essential oils, but some do not. There's 4 bars in the pack, and it's tallow soap, so it's not vegan, but there's only 8 ingredients in this product, and it's very, very clean. And it comes in this beautiful little box. And the name is the Rustic Lands Tallow Soap. This one that I picked up was raw honey and organic olive oil. It's natural tallow, and the essential oil, just wanted to make sure that it was eucalyptus essential oil. So it kind of wakes me up in the morning, gets me going, and comes in this cute little pack. I think I paid $10 at like TJ Maxx or Home Goods for mine. I think you could get this through Amazon. Yeah, I did get this at TJ Maxx for $9.99. And just very safe. It cleans my skin, but it also leaves me feeling moisturized and not, dry. But sometimes when we use a moisturizing soap, sometimes it will leave us feeling a little like it's heavy and it hasn't cleaned us. This, I feel clean. I feel like my skin is not dry. It's not left dry. So that's a great product if you have sensitive skin. So it's worth trying if you are prone to dry skin or sensitive skin. That's definitely worth trying. And it's clean. It's a very clean product. Okay, well, I started out by saying that this morning I woke up a little later than normal. I could hear it was storming outside, the rain, there was hail, it was dark outside, the winds were heavy, blowing the trees around. And I thought, I'm not going to be able to do anything all day today. And when I did get up, it was still dark in the house. Usually the sun's coming up about 6:30 to 7 o'clock. I'm waking up. It's kind of low light, but still light. And I'm making my matcha, hearing the birds sing. And this morning, there were no birds. The birds were gone. And it was still very dark because of the stormy weather. I was lighting candles first thing in the morning. That is supposed to be an afternoon thing, not a morning thing. So the house smells beautiful from all these scented candles. But yeah, usually that's not the case. So anyway, I woke up to this storm, and I sat around. I did some things on my computer this morning and did a little work, did a little research. And then I thought, I really need to get out. I need to go back to the gym and work out, but I really need to buy myself a dress for this July in San Diego occasion. And I'm super excited to go. And it's going to be important to find a dress that's going to be appropriate for that graduation ceremony. And I'm just putting on my happy jewelry this morning. some of my sentimental pieces, and getting ready to get out the door to do a little bit of shopping and maybe work out. That should be the goal. But it turned out to be such a beautiful day because now it's kind of midday now, or mid-morning, and the sun is out. The birds are now singing, and I don't know if you can hear that. Hear the birds singing. But yeah, it's beautiful now. And I'm going to get ready to get out and do a little bit of shopping. But this morning when it hit me that I need to get out. I need to get out. I thought about some mistakes that I have kind of witnessed women do that are my age when they decide that they want to start working out again. And I wanted to share real quick some of those things that I've noticed women do that potentially could work against you. These are the same mistakes I made, but I hired a personal trainer about 3 years ago through the summer to train me to compete, to train me to be an athlete. And in doing that, I learned so many things that has helped me to make better decisions with my nutrition, my workouts, how I work out, what that needs to look like. So I want to share some of those little tips with you. But today, I'm not going to share the tips with you today as in regards to what I do that is effective for a workout, but I do want to share with you some mistakes that I've noticed other women do, other friends do, that I think it kind of hinders what they're wanting to do. The first mistake is going in and just assuming it's light, I feel good, so you injure yourself by lifting too heavy on that first day. I don't feel like we are aware of just what we're doing to our muscles when we go in cold on a day where we haven't worked out maybe ever, but it's been a long time since we worked out, so we go in the gym and we feel confident, and then we can't even move the next day, and it hinders the progress of doing it the following day because we've injured ourselves or we're so sore we can't move. So it's very important to make sure that when you go into the gym, stretch or lift very light to get accustomed and adjusted to what you are going to work up to. Don't want you to necessarily go in the gym and feel like I've got nothing out of that. If you have never picked up 50 pounds, don't pick up 50. If you pick up 5 and you think this is as easy as picking up my cup of coffee, start with a 10, use a 10 or an 8 to get started, to start your reps, and then lift something a little heavier. Work your way up in increments. Don't jump, don't bounce around, don't backpedal. Start with something light, and if you pick it up and you're like, okay, I can feel it, I feel the weight there, but it's very doable for me. It's not too heavy for me. Go ahead and do a full set. Then pick something up a little heavier than your initial, because that was your warm-up. That was your warm-up opportunity. Now pick up a little bit heavier and do a full set. And the way that should feel is I've completed my set and I felt a little tired there at the end. And as long as you are progressing, you shouldn't injure yourself as long as you are in good, correct form, and as long as you're not lifting so heavy that you're injuring yourself or hurting yourself in some capacity where it keeps you from wanting to get up and go the next morning because you're too sore to move. The other thing that I noticed right away that I think really hurts a good, strong workout is going back to the gym to get on a cardio machine and then intermixing that. So cardio, a little lifting, same day. I strongly do not suggest doing that. I think that is a mistake to go in and do these cardios and do these and then work on the muscles. It's a lot more effective to walk into the gym and decide today is going to be upper body day. So I'm going to stretch, or at the very least warm up with a lighter exercise, and then move to a heavier, to the next heavier movement. Warm up, a little bit heavier. I'm working the upper body. I'm working my arms. And then the following day, if you want to do or the next day in the gym, I'm doing my lower body. You warm up or stretch, warm up, add a little weight to that. Let your muscle day, your workout day, your exercise day, let that muscle day be muscle day, and focus on what you want to focus on. And it could be, I'm going to do full body Monday, but I'm coming back in on Friday to do full body. So in between those days, use those rest days for your cardio days. So go out and walk in the sun, get on the machine and walk, get on a bike, go swimming. Cardio is moving your body and getting that heart rate up. But don't intermix your cardio with your workout. I don't think that is the most effective way to do it, especially as we get a little older, especially if you are my age. It's just better to go in, and you don't need an hour in the gym. That's another thing. We don't need an hour. If you're going to have the energy and the wherewithal to get yourself up and get to a gym, put yourself on about a 20 to 40 minute timer and use that time fully focused in on lifting your weights, getting the correct movement, using your time to warm up, and then incrementals into heavier, just use increments to lift a little heavier. As long as you are devoting that time slot to building muscle, and then on another day you're working on, I'm going to go for a walk, or I'm going to go for a run. Don't put your cardio with your workout. It's twofold as well. Psychologically, you're spending so much time in the gym that if you do cardio, well, now you're tired out. Now you're going to go get on the weights. You're not going to lift as heavy after a cardio workout as if you were to go. Oh, if you had gone into the gym with no cardio and you're like, okay, I'm going to warm up and lift. That should be your focus. I'm going to warm up and lift. Tomorrow, a rest day will be a walk in the park, or a swim, or I'm going to go bicycling. That's going to get your heart rate up, and it's a lot more fun to do cardio, doing something more enjoyable. I would not mix those. That's just a little counterproductive. It's not as effective as if you were to just lean in and focus on the one thing. Another thing I want to mention too that is a mistake is, don't go into the gym, come out of the gym after a heavy workout and not eat anything within the hour, no more than 3 hours. Make sure that you're getting some protein in your body an hour to 3 hours after leaving that gym. It's okay to eat right after the gym. I personally, at where I am in life, I don't feel hungry right after I leave the gym. I'm actually quite energized. I don't feel hungry. I don't even get hungry till a good hour after that workout. So that's a safe measure. An hour after that workout, no more than 3, get your protein in your body. That's going to help fuel those muscles that you have just broken down, that are needing to rebuild, and give you the definition. You're not going to bulk up. The only way to bulk up, you're not going to bulk up. You want that muscle to rebuild correctly, and it just needs those nutrients to do that. And one of the best ways to do that is to get that protein in. So whatever your protein source is, make sure you're getting an appropriate amount of protein in your body after a muscle workout. That's not as important after a cardiovascular workout, like when you go for a walk or go for a swim or get on the treadmill. But it definitely is important after anything where you're lifting heavy, lifting or pulling to build your muscle. You need that nutrition. So that's not the exhaustive list, but those are some things, some trends that I'm seeing with a lot of friends and people that are returning back to working out, that I just feel like it's not going to kill you. It's not devastating. It's just little tips that I've learned along the way when I walked in and hired a personal trainer to train me. And these are tips and tools that I will take with me for the rest of my life. Although he trained me to compete on athlete level, I am by no means a teacher of exercise, but I will say it taught me some amazing bits of wisdom when I worked with him through the summer a few years ago. So I just want to share those with you, and hopefully, it's getting to be bikini season, bathing suit season. So just simple, easy peasy. Just remember, when you go in to do your workouts, either lift or do cardio, but don't do them both on the same day. Stretch them out between. And number two, make sure that you are getting the protein nutrition in your body after the days where you are working on your muscles. The days that you go in the gym and you're lifting and doing actual physically, exercises, you want to make sure you're getting that protein nutrition in your body between an hour, no more than 3 hours later after a workout. And yeah, those are the things that I'm kind of noticing across the board that I see people doing, and I think, it kind of is a little ineffective to do it that way. So just want to share that with you, and also I wanted to share with you an experience that happened to me recently with in regards to my self-care. And I think it's very, very important that when we are going through difficulties in life or stressors, whether that's illness in family, a death in the family, aging parents, relationship issues. I mean, there's just a gamut of things that come across our path that can, none of us have a charmed life, right? None of us have a charmed life. We all go through experiences, and life ebbs and flows. There's days when you just don't feel your best, and you go through things, you get news. There's just, life is a journey, right? Life is a journey. And I wanted to share with you 2 techniques that you can use when you feel like you are thinking too much on a problem. That's called rumination. You're ruminating on a problem and you can't really focus on other things, and you feel your body. Your body will tell you before your mind will tell you that you're in a stressful place in life, that your nervous system is not healthy right now. And there's physical things, and oftentimes we don't even notice that our body is telling us because we're ruminating, we're thinking about a problem, and that interferes with our ability to recognize that our nervous system is kind of wreaking havoc right now, or we can't focus on how to be in a place of peace and problem solve because we're ruminating on that problem, and we're unaware that our body is giving us indicators that we are under stress. And something that I was talking to a client very recently that she called me up and she was just devastated. She was just devastated. I actually had 2 clients. This happened this past week. And the 2 things that I knew that I could tell them to do in that very, very moment to just release is box breathing was one. And I know when I say box breathing, a lot of people say, oh my gosh, I know, count 4, hold 4, out 4, I can't keep up with the numbers, blah, 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 blah. I want to say that the reason why box breathing is evidence-based and really does work, it's not that you're counting in 4, breathing in 4, holding 4, blowing out 4. It's not the number. It really isn't. And it's not using the number. What is happening is when you're breathing in, because a 4 count is not a deep breath for me. Some people it's 12, some people it's 6, some people it's 8, some people it's 4. So it's not the number. But when you breathe in and you count, that's your breath. So if you counted to 6, that's your breath. If you counted to 4, that's your breath. If you counted to 12, that's your breath. Then you hold for that same amount and you release. And the reason why you want to use the number, not a number that someone else told you, but you want to find your number and use that number, is because when you're breathing, There's things happening when you're actually breathing. There's oxygen levels. There's just things happening to your body when you're breathing. But when you're counting, that is also doing something, because in your mind, you cannot ruminate, you cannot be meditating, you cannot be thinking about anything else when your brain is actively trying to count. When you are counting, you are removing that meditation of the problem out of your mind. And the breathing is taking care of a lot of the physiological things that need to happen as you're breathing. So that is a very effective way that when you are having a crisis moment and you just don't know what to do, or you're breaking down in tears, or you're meditating on the wrong negative things, you can stop and breathe, counting. And when you're counting while you're breathing, you could do that. Sometimes I do that at night when I wake up and I'm stressed in the night and feel like I can't go right back to sleep. Sometimes I'll do it 2 or 3 breaths and I'm back out like a light. But doing that 2, 3, 4, 5 times will give your brain and your energy, your mind, your body, it just gives you time to separate from your problem. For just that limited amount of time, you're not meditating on that problem. And you're giving your body a chance to, your nervous system a chance to physically feel the feelings of relaxed. When you take those deep breaths in, you're telling your body, your body is recognizing that as, I'm safe. I have no reason to run. I have no reason to fear. I'm okay. That's what your body is telling itself. And the counting is telling your brain the number, not your problem. It's lifting out the problem and inserting a problem solver, which is your number. So that number is something that your brain is focusing on, so that you're not focusing on the problem. And it really is an effective way to, I wouldn't say that it's necessarily something that I would use to go to sleep, because that aggravates me. But I will say, if you are in the middle of a stressful situation, if you are meditating on a very tough thing or a very hard thing or a crisis moment where you just don't see, and I mean, this really is effective in very hard moments of life, try this exercise as an opportunity to separate your mind from thinking about the problem. And it is evidence-based. And another thing that you can do when you are under a great deal of stress and your nervous system is just kind of going haywire is focusing in on your senses. So if you are stressed out, step away from wherever you are. Let's just say you're at work. Go somewhere, go stand outside, or go to your cubicle, or go to a restroom or a hallway. If you're at home and you're undergoing stress, you're sitting on the couch and your mind starts to stress on things, or you just had a phone call and it was news that you weren't expecting and now you feel stressed, you can, even in that moment where you're sitting, or you can step outside on your porch or go to another room, or if it's right before bedtime and you are having a stressful moment, use your senses and say to yourself, what do I see right now? What do I see? I see a tree, or I see the wall, or I see a bird, or I see whatever it is that you see. Recognize it. Name it for yourself. Tell yourself what I see. What do I hear? I hear the fan blowing lightly in the background. I can hear birds singing outside. I can hear my TV. I can hear the roar of a truck going by. Do you smell anything? What do I smell? What do I feel? I feel the pressure of the couch against my shoulder. I feel the arm of the chair up against the bottom of my arm. I feel the breeze of the wind going by on my face. That helps you to, the same way counting and breathing does, it removes that meditation on the negative, that news, what's in your mind. It kind of removes that for a minute, and gives you an opportunity to tell your nervous system the reality. The reality is I'm safe right now. I feel safe right now. I am safe right now. I can feel. I can see. And you're talking to yourself. You're having an internal dialogue that removes those thoughts or those problems that you're ruminating on or meditating on or thinking on. So if you ever do feel like you just are at a place where you don't know, you're just stressed out, you're just absolutely stressed out, just try those two things for yourself, to at least for a more immediate response to stressors. These are two things that you can practically do, and I do hope that they help you. They've certainly helped me along the way, and I think taking care of ourselves and practicing self-care, that's something that to have the tools in your toolbox is great, but we have to practice that. Every day it's going to look different. We don't do the same thing every day. I don't box breathe every day with every problem. Usually it's a more immediate thing. When the stress is really internalized, there are many things that I do, and I try to incorporate those in my everyday routines and stack them in so that I'm taking care of myself. And one of the best things that we can do to practice self-care is to build within our day a routine of healthy habits, the things that make us feel like we are doing the best that we can to live at the most healthiest place that we can, to be there for our family members and the people that we love the most. Well, that was my rant and tips of the day, of the morning. And I'm sure that there were things that I missed this go around because like I said, I recorded for 46 minutes with absolutely no sound because my microphone had turned off. So I hope there's sound here with me today, and if not, we'll try it for round 3. But otherwise, I am going to get myself together, get out, do a little bit of shopping, see if I can't find a really nice dress, and you let me know what you think about those dresses, the little short dress, the little white dress, and the little, it's not spaghetti strap, but a little thin strap dress. Let me know what you think. Is it just not the route to go? Should I go with something a little bit more mature? What's your opinion about smocking? You know, do you have a problem with smocking? Do you feel tight and constricted when you're wearing smocking? Does it feel a little bit hotter when you're wearing that? And what do you think about that vest going over those thin stripe dress? Should I even consider doing that? I don't know. You let me know. Be honest with me. Tell me the truth. And yeah, I will see you guys later. We'll do a little bit of shopping.